Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a vinyl update, where essentially I bring to your attention a group of LPs, just, some vinyl, or there's a 10-inch in here too, a group of LPs that have recently made it into the old record collection back here. Down in the description, or actually right here, you can find a playlist of pretty much all the vinyl videos that I've done so far. So if you're really interested in everything that's in here, it's there. Cool? Cool. All right. My girlfriend's cute. We do these raw. Okay, first, starting off, a 10-inch that I can't promise you that you'll ever get to own, but maybe it'll just make you happy knowing that it exists in some shape or form. Clipping. The experimental West Coast noise hip-hop outfit Clipping. They have a 10-inch out that they sent my way. I'm very gracious about it, and it has 2 tracks on it, Chain and Jump. Jump, I know there are some live videos of out there. Chain, I'm not so sure about, but the studio versions of these tracks are amazing. In my opinion, better than anything on Mid-City. Unfortunately, from what I understand, these tracks will not be making it on Clipping's next full-length album, so I'm just sort of crossing my fingers hoping that this 10-inch, or at least MP3s of this 10-inch somehow, are made available by the group. But yeah, just incredible lyrics and grooves on these, and they really did a fantastic job of incorporating melody on these tracks too, with the bass line on Chain and sort of the choruses on Jump, and sort of the very eerie synthesizers hanging in the background. While Clipping is still as noisy as they've ever been, it's not quite all that they have to offer on these 2 tracks that, again, I think are their best thus far. All right. Sorry, I was excited to talk about that one, and that's why I talked about it first. But I must talk about this record because it comes from our sponsor over at Eclectic, the Eclectic Music Society, a website where you can get art, vinyl stuff, and of course records as well. They passed me this fresh, reissued copy of Peel Slowly and See. Well, not Peel Slowly and See, but The Velvet Underground and Nico's self-titled, aka the Velvet Underground's debut record. Very beautiful record, fantastic record, experimental rock record, art rock record that you might have caught me reviewing this past Classics Week. Mwah! And I love the packaging for this thing. It's got, some great pictures on the inside, along with some media newspaper quotes about the multimedia event and show that would be going on along with the Velvet Underground sets, and just some very intimate photographs, and the vinyl as well, which of course is in pristine, beautiful shape, has the old school Verve Records label right there. Really nice, faithful reissue of this album. Great. I just don't have any complaints about it whatsoever. It looks wonderful. It looks great. It's a nice addition to the collection. And I don't know if you could totally see, but I think these pictures of Lou and the gang are wonderful. Wonderful photographs. Whoop. Moving on. Oh, we got 6 minutes. We got to plow through this, man. Have a Nice Life, The Unnatural World, just reviewed it. Love this record. It's fantastic. Not much I can say about the packaging other than that it's a gatefold, and I love that. And we have some quotes here as well, liner notes that I will not spoil for you if you do, in fact, end up buying a copy of this for yourself. But I can attest that the vinyl pressing of this record is great. It's great vinyl pressing. I just actually got a new stylus for the record player, and this, and it's been a while since I put a new stylus in there, and this record, along with all the others that I have been playing since, sound amazing. All right, come on, we got a vinyl update to do. Have a nice life. See you later. I'll see ya. I'll see ya. I'll see ya. Again, have a nice life. Unnatural World. Out now on the Flenser. Okay, this one's an oldie and a goodie. The Cramps, debut record. Songs the Lord taught us. Rockabilly on this LP. If you're into rockabilly music, if you're into old school rock music, but with a more modern punk goth flair, then you're gonna want to give this a listen. I don't want to say I love this LP. Not that I can't. It isn't a Cramps album that I'm particularly familiar with, honestly. I do know a lot of the bigger tracks off of here, like, what is it? Rock on the Moon. And where is... and they do... let me see. Where the hell is that track? No, that must be off the next LP. No, Garbage Man. Yes, I'm familiar with Garbage Man as well, and the video for that song. I'm more familiar with everything they've done after Rockin' and Reelin' in Auckland, New Zealand. Actually, I know their sophomore album, too. It's just kind of weird. It's just one of those things where you really get into a band, and their debut LP is what you end up getting into last. You know, it's just one of those situations. But, you know, as far as the packaging, looks nice. Looks great. You know, authentic to the original, I'm imagining. You know, got some nice labeling there. Black sleeve. My camera looks like it's about to die battery-wise. So if there ends up being an edit, that's why. Next, one of my favorite records of last year, I believe my third favorite record from last year, Altar of Plagues, Teeth, Glory, and Divine Injury. No, Teeth, Glory, and Injury. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like an Earth record. Idiot. Unfortunately, the band's last album, final album from Altar of Plagues. Man, and it's such a good one too. But I've heard that members of the band will be working on some projects in the future that may share some of the same dark and electronic qualities, so I am kind of excited about that. But this thing is a double LP, as I just showed you, gatefold, and gray splatter vinyl. Profound Lore really did a great job making this an interesting package. I mean, you know, it's so freaking color coordinated. It's wonderful. You know, I know gray isn't the most exciting color in the world, but again, it is sort of a total package of sorts. All right, moving on. Oh, we got time. Slint, Spiderland, just nabbed a copy of this just as they're about to reissue the album with a massive vinyl box set. You can look up that, which, I mean, you know, I'm less incentivized to get now that I own this. But still, I'm happy that I own this, and I do recommend that anybody who hasn't heard this album or maybe owns a digital copy do seek out the deluxe edition that they're going to be dropping soon. Love the plastic sleeve on here. The record is absolutely beautiful, shiny, smells wonderful. And if you're looking for rock music that is incredibly slow, dismal, passionate, poetic lyrics, do look into this LP. Please do. Great record that I've owned digitally for a long time, but have never owned a physical copy of it. And I actually have not listened to all the way through in a while as well, so I will be treating myself to that very soon. All right, continuing on. Frank Zappa, Overnight Sensation. Wah! This is going to go very nice with all my other Frank Zappa records. I've also had a digital copy of this for a while, but I have not owned a physical copy. I love the mural on the front of this LP. Such a fun, crazy, kooky little situation going on right here. And, I mean, this is 70s Frank Zappa. It's jazzy, it's rocky, it's funky. The song topics and the lyrics are weird as hell and very comedic and strange. What does make this record stick out to me, not that it's the only album that he contributed to with Zappa, but there are some great synth and keyboard solos from the great George Duke on this LP. And there are a few tracks on here where Ricky Lancelotti lends his vocal stylings, and he sounds like a psychotic white James Brown That's all I can say. And it does, it does stick out. Again, Frank Zappa, overnight sensation. If you're into jazz rock, progressive rock, don't just look into this album, but look into Frank Zappa's entire discography. Not just jazz rock and jazz fusion and progressive rock and all that, but also rock that is sort of cheeky, has a very strong sense of humor. And finally, for this vinyl update, as we, I think, have like 1 minute or so left, Doe Converge. Yes! Finally got a copy of this. Not that it was impossible, but, just sort of, the price was right, the package was right, and it's a nice gatefold deal going on here. And not only that, but it's green. It's green. It is green. And I love the labeling on this. Oh. And I love the labeling on this thing. J-A-N-E on the C and D sides. And for whatever odd reason, there is this incredibly large insert book on, it's essentially a lyric book of sorts, where the lyrics are kind of like stacked in these really vivid and dark and very gritty images, drawings from lead singer Jacob Bannon, who I imagine is Jacob Bannon. I've seen his art before, and this looks like his style, and I know he did the cover art, and he really is a fantastic artist. This actually looks interesting to me, looking through it on the camera, because sort of looking up close, it's sort of, the words and everything and the textures, they're so blinding, but sort of seeing it smaller and farther away, you really see the bigger picture of all of it. But for whatever reason, and this is the weird thing. It's not weird that there's an insert here, though this is really ambitious to put something like this together. I have two of them. There's two of them in here. There's two. They're the exact same. I don't know why I have two, but I have them. Wasn't even anticipating that. So I have one I could use as a coffee table book. But anyway, not that I would. That was a joke. But if you are looking for some hardcore with a strong metal edge, lots of interesting grooves, some experimentation, lots of noise, do check this record out. This is just one of those records that it's been out for well over 10 years, yet its intensity and how hard-hitting it is really hasn't waned. It's sort of like Pig Destroyer's Prowler in the Yard, or like Napalm Death's early records, in that the intensity and the impact and the ferocity, because there are a lot of heavy, loud, abrasive records that as you listen to them 10 years, 15 years later down the road, you're like, that's not really that extreme anymore. But this is still at a very high point of extremity, even more than 10 years later. Again, Converge, Doe, wonderful gatefold packaging on this thing, double LP, green vinyl. And that is this month's vinyl update. Again, shout out to our sponsor in this video, Eclectic, the Eclectic Music Movement Society. You can check out their website, where that Velvet Underground vinyl and many other vinyl copies, great musical titles, are available for sale. And what records have you recently added to your record collection? Transition. We're just having a good old time here. We're just having a good old time in these vinyl videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for being good needle drops. Thanks for being friends. Thanks for being cool peeps. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you riding with me. It means a lot. Anthony Fantano, vinyl, forever.